Recruiter here, the headless headhunter, getting you ahead of your job search by reviewing your resume. This resume is for a data engineer that has taken them, they've been jobless for over a year, and they've applied to over 1,000 roles and only gotten one interview. So I'm expecting this to be a terrible resume. So what we're looking for in a data engineer is Python, ETL, ELT, Scala, data, algorithm, SQL, big data, so Kafka, Spark, Hadoop, cloud, anything else involving data like data models, data lakes, data, Snow, anything with Snow, ability to manage, communicate data plans to non-technical folk. That is huge. If anybody is watching that are not a data engineer and you are in tech or any type of highly technical role, you will need to put how you communicate plans to non-technical people. That is critical. And then the industry. So again, what industry you're in, like SDLC or healthcare or whatever, and a bonus for DevOps, Jira, Confluence, and MS Office. So can I find that in 20 seconds? Probably not, because this is a bad resume. And you ask, why, Lee? Why do you only have 20 seconds to find it? And because that's how long a recruiter actually has in real life to look at your resume. We only have about 20 seconds. So let's see if I can find it. And go. All right. Can't use anything here. Financial to push transactions into Azure. That's one. Data Lake. Okay. SQL to Synapse with zero downtime and mitigate. I'm not looking for mitigate. I don't care about that. ETL, okay, for unified into percent rate. That's it. So if you notice, what did I find? I found 4 things, I believe it was. So I found Python. Let's go through this slowly. So I found SQL, which is one. So let's take that out of the list. There it goes. That's good. I found Azure. No, I did not find Azure because I don't know if this is Azure Cloud or Azure Services. So that doesn't count. I did find Python, which was good, and I did find ETL. So that's 3 things so far that I found. And that is also Data Lake. So this is good. And that's it. Cool. That's all I found. That's why you get rejected. Is that fair? No, it's not. I'm not saying it's just or right, but this is how the world unfortunately works. So how do we fix this? So first off, I need more than what you gave me. Second off is I need this to be written better. So first off, I'm saying a lot of first offs and second off. So your resume should look like this. All right. I don't care if you're a data engineer or a software developer or human resources or an accountant. Your resume needs to look like this. This is the format that will get you a job. This is it. But Lee, you also ask, you're asking me a lot of questions, which is good. Questions get people jobs. It looks so boring. It looks so basic. That font is hideous. Yes, it is. That is by design. This is easy to read in 20 seconds. This is easy on a recruiter's eyes. Is it ugly? Yeah, but recruiters don't care about like how your resume looks. We just care how it reads. So yeah, this looks ugly, and that's actually the point of it. How you do that is this. It's also on my website along with my guide. You should check that out, which the link is in below. So that's one thing, is formatting. Also, we do need your education up at the top. So second is this can be deleted. Now, what else did this person tell me? So I applied to more than 1,000 roles, but I only got one interview. I need help fixing it. I've been applying for more than a year. So here's how you need to fix this. I need you to remember that your audience is not technical. All right. Nothing should be bolded. And then how you wrote this is wrong. So ideated and automated a financial data ingestion process to push 10,000 transaction records per hour into Azure Data Lake, reducing manual efforts by 35% and boosting workflow efficiency using Python and Azure services. Have you found a single job description that's asking for that? And I'm being honest. I'm not trying to be mean. Like, when people make job descriptions, that's usually what they want. And I don't think I could find this in a job description. And if I could not find this in about 15 to 20 job descriptions for a data engineer under the qualification section, it's not needed. So while I do want the data lake, right, and I do want the Python, I don't care about this number. I don't care about 35%. That's not adding anything to your resume. Led the migration of MS SQL Server. Okay, that's fine. Databases to, again, I don't know if they're looking for Azure Synapse Analytics. I don't know what that is. Is that Azure Cloud? I don't know. And I have to, and since I do not know, I have to assume that it is not. So if you said it to an Azure environment, that would have been fine. But you said Azure Synapse Analytics, because Azure Data Lake could be very different. You cannot take that chance on your resume. Achieving real-time synchronization with zero, I don't care about that, and lower migration costs. See, this is the part I don't care about. This is fine, and then you ruin it by, I don't even know what you're trying to prove to me here. This is why these numbers and stuff don't work. Designed and implemented an ETL, that's actually good, but I want you to actually write it as extract, transform, and load, and then ETL in parentheses in case they don't know ETL, but they do know extract, transform, and load. Pipeline that automates delivery and transformed, again, 1 million records. Is any job description for a data engineer or anything else asking you to qualify that you have done 1 million records? I don't think it is. And this is the problem. I don't care about the rest of this, right? And as you notice, I only have 20 seconds. And in those 20 seconds, this irrelevant information makes your resume worse. You're trying to prove that you improved deployment efficiency by 30% and achieved an 80% automation testing. That is not what I'm looking for. And if it's not what I'm looking for, it's detrimental to your resume. So this is what I need you to do. I need you to go back to the drawing board. I need you to make it look like this. Okay? And I need you to put in this stuff. And you can do your own search on this, right? Look at about 10 to 15 jobs with the same job title, or at least have the same qualifications. Look under the qualification section and look, because that is the only thing that matters, not the responsibilities, the qualification. And if you can find one that says, I need you to improve deployment efficiency by 30%, props to you. But I don't think you're going to find any of that. I don't think you're going to find most of what you wrote on those qualifications. So while you're probably thinking that, oh, they think I'm not I'm not good, I'm a bad engineer, and that's not the case at all. It's just that you're literally showing the person reviewing your resume that you do not meet the minimum qualifications for the role. Like, it doesn't matter if you've cured world hunger if I'm looking for a cashier. If anything, that person would be very important and probably would not want to do a cashier role, which admittedly cashier roles are very important. They are critical for a company. But the point is, if it's not relevant to the role, it doesn't matter. You could cure world hunger. You could be the best data engineer in the world. You could have achieved a 9 bajillion % uptime for 12 bajillion % reduction in cost, but none of that would matter if I'm looking for a software engineer. So that's all I can say for this one. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If you ever need more help, you can join me on my live stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. PST on twitch.tv/headlessheadhunter. And let's go to the next resume. This is a resume of somebody that doxed themselves, so I cannot scroll past this side, unfortunately. Stop doxing yourself. The instructions are to remove your personal information before you submit it. I cannot show that information, and I do not want to. So, they actually, I'm not really sure what kind of intern they're looking for. They just said first job, been doing this for a year, looking for internships, haven't started yet. So, first thing is, I need to know what kind of intern you are, because despite the internship requirements being the same across multiple industries, you still want to know what industry it is, right? So, like, you want to show that you have your degree. You want to show that you have a basic knowledge of that industry. So, in this case, for, like, software engineers, it would be, like, a language, library, SQL Cloud. For machine learning, it would be, like, AI, NLP, LangChain, that kind of stuff. For accounting, it would be GAAP, Excel, Word, and probably something else that I'm can't think of. So again, it really depends on what industry you're in, and I don't know. I know you're a computer science major, but I don't fully know. So yeah, first off, pick that and then tailor your resume to that. Then what I need is the ability to work well with others and take direction and criticism. So my goal with this is, can I find what industry you're in? Can I see that you have the ability to work well with others and take direction and criticism? Let's find out. All right. Okay, so machine learning. No, I don't see enough here. This doesn't tell me enough either. Yeah, I don't know enough about this. This is my problem, is I don't know what you are, right? Like, it... Same thing that happened with the last person is, I don't know what you are, right? Like, I know they were a data engineer, but what are you looking for? Are you looking for machine learning stuff? Are you looking for software engineer stuff? Are you looking for data scientist stuff? I don't know, and you didn't tell me. I know you have a computer science degree, and that's good. That's a qualification, but I don't know what you're looking for, and that's the problem. So I need you to pick it, right? Now, maybe you could say, oh, I could do multiple stuff. Cool. Those need to be multiple resumes. It's okay to have 3 to 4 resumes. Yeah, you don't even show that much about leadership. So the very bottom here, which people cannot see, and again, I cannot show, is they say collaborate with peers to explore emerging technologies, contribute to research and development projects, refine leadership and communication skills. No, I don't need to see how you learned it. I need to see what you've done. Like, I just need to see, like, worked with the hiring manager or met with the hiring manager weekly to have him go over my code where I would correct it before our next one-on-one. That is a phenomenal sentence. Or work directly with the engineering team where I was assigned tasks and followed up in team meetings along with inquiring about issues that needed assistance, right? Those would what I want for takes direction, criticism, work well with others. Again, I'm not looking for leadership. Every intern tries to show you how you're a leader, but like, again, Steve Jobs, hey, why would you hire Steve Jobs as an internship unless you want his connections? Like, you need to be relevant for the role, and interns are there to learn. They are not there to lead. Unless it's like a business. Some MBA interns do that, but not in your space. So that's all I can really do for this, because again, there's really not much for me to help with. Just please make your resume look like this. It'll give you a much better shot at getting a job. Next resume. This is another resume of an unknown intern. This person says, I'm looking for an internship. I'm also an international student. Their application to interview ratio is using some kind of, I think their college's internal system is less than 10 applications per interview. Yeah, that's phenomenal. Outside general applications are 20 to 30 applications per interview. So yeah, that's fantastic. That's exactly how you want it. That's a really good ratio. So I'm expecting this to be good, hopefully. Admittedly, I'm not quite sure what internship they're going for. They said software, web, game, and educational. Those are all very different. So we're still going to try to find out the industry, and let's begin. All right, formatting, ew. But again, I'd rather have bad formatting than bad bullet points. Okay, good. Next.js Tailwind. Let's see, reviewed and authorized built-in image portal, developed an agricultural system with Angular and Django. Okay, collaborate with others, design questions, feedback from farmers. Good. Audited Lee Learning's website, research productivity. Okay, so, and taught here, which I saw out of the corner of my eye. So, why is this good compared to the other one, and why is this bad? So, first off, formatting's not good, but formatting is like 20-30% of your grade. You can pass with bad formatting, and while this formatting is not great, it is not the worst I've ever seen. So first off, you do want your resume to look like this. This should not be bolded. This should not be bolded. Then we get down to here, right? This shows me what I want, right? Contributed to development and maintenance of whatever web application. Okay, so this is software engineering. Built with Next.js, Tailwind, CSS, Prisma, and MySQL. That is exactly what I'd be looking for right here. Look, SQL, language, and a little bit of the stuff too. This stuff I don't really care as much about. This I don't care as much about. This I don't care as much about. But then we go down to here. Look, Angular, Django, and PostgreSQL. This is perfect. Collaborated with other interns. This just shows me how you work with others to design questionnaires collecting feedback from farmers. Perfect. This is how you would write that. Then we go down here, right? Auditing, improved learning website, whatever. Researching prototype. Again, a little bit of that is good. Educator QI assessments. And then we go here, which is taught middle school students courses, including Python, game design with Godot, and creative writing with AI. This is huge. When I didn't fully know what I wanted to do, I was a substitute teacher, right? Pretty easy to get into. And I will tell you this, that if anybody says they are able to work or teach students of like middle school, This proves they can work well with others and take direction and criticism. Because those kids are harsh. They will insult you over anything and everything. And it is an absolute nightmare if you are not good at working with others and taking direction. Because you do have to take direction from that as well sometimes. You have to take direction from the teacher themselves who left you a lesson plan. You have to take direction from the principal. You have to listen to the actual students and give them answers. Otherwise, they're just going to run ramshot over you. And it is not a fun time. So they basically meet all of these things. My biggest concern, again, is that this part right here is not as relevant, and that your not leadership, but your teaching students down here is a little further down. But because of your formatting, I couldn't really read it that much. But yeah, this is why this person is getting an interview. So again, formatting is bad, but the actual content is exactly how I would like this to be written. And look, there's no percentages. There's no one saying specifically 13% increase, 14% increase. This is what a successful resume looks like. So fix the formatting and probably clean up, I'd say, these 2 bullet points and maybe drop this one, and you should be fine. But you're already doing very well. So good job for you. This is what a good resume looks like. Next, resume. This is a resume of, I don't fully know. They said machine learning engineer or software development engineer or research engineer. And the answer to that is those are all different roles. Each and every one of those is different. You will need to have a different resume for each of them. So I am just going to pick machine learning engineer because I had those closest and that's what I found. And what we're looking for is your degree, machine learning, ML, models, LLM, generative AI, Python, R, C++, Cloud, SQL, TensorFlow, PyTorch, Skibbity-learn, Pandas, NumPy, LangChain, RAG, customer facing, subject matter expert, teach the clients, and CAD for a bonus point along with those other stuff, which we actually had somebody in chat today get an interview because they had CAD. This is very, very specific. This is why this is a bonus. Some companies that make like refrigerators or tractors have AI in their product, and they will need a software engineer or machine learning engineer that also has used CAD. So that's why it's there. It's very rare, but again, that's why it's a bonus. So can I find it in 20 seconds? Let's find out, because this person doxed themselves, so I can't show anything beyond this. And go. All right. Nothing here. Oh, I hate everything about this resume. Nothing here, nothing here, nothing here. MCP, maybe. Actually beneficial. Foundational EEG, nothing. PyTorch, there we go. Yeah, this is a terrible resume. This is probably one of the worst ones I've seen in a bit. All right, what did this person tell me? Definitely eating this. I am still a college student. I'm doing a master's degree in CS right after high school, so it's a 5-year course, and I'm in the 4th year. I'm looking forward for roles that are mainly AI domain. I do like research and will like open to research roles as well. I usually maintain a 1-page resume since I'm not graduated yet, so any pointers is to be appreciated. So, thank you. But yeah, you need to redo all of this. So the very big thing you need to learn, and you probably have guessed it from the previous reviews on this video, is you need to be specific. So if I was looking for maybe I think NLP, maybe some of this would be more beneficial because of the text-to-speech stuff. But this is so broad to be useless. So I need you to write your resume like this. And then I need you to pick one of the roles you want and write your resume based on that role. You can have multiple resumes. That's good. It's okay to have multiple resumes. Most people need between 2 to 4. But I'm not even finding what I need for an AI engineer. Right? Like an AI engineer, I would need this stuff instead. Again, ML is a subsection of AI, but AI engineer is a little more of a broad term one. So this stuff. And I don't find almost any of it. I saw TensorFlow, I think, or PyTorch, but that was it. So I need you to be very specific about what you're looking for, and I need you to look. My guide tells you how to do it. It's free. It's on my website. You take 10 to 15 jobs that have the same qualifications, that are good job descriptions, because quite frankly, not every job description is good. And then you aggregate the qualifications of those 10 to 15 jobs, and that'll be the list of words you need in your resume. You still have to show me how you did it and the reason and result of you doing it under a job, an internship, or a project, but that'll be your list. And this is nothing. Like, I don't care about H100 GPUs or CUDA streams or comfy UI text. I might care about MCP because that does stand for stuff like agentic, which could be useful. But yeah, this is too broad to be useless. Also, the formatting is horrible. Please do not bold any of this. Stop bolding all of this. Your resume should have, like, the only things bolded on your resume should be this, this, and this right here. That's it. So please fix that because this is a nightmare to read. So let's go to the next resume. This is a resume of a data engineer. Again, different one though. So what we're looking for, same stuff, right? As the previous one. I don't need to go over that again. This person did not dox themselves, so thank you very much. And let's see if they have what we need. They also did not tell me their ratio, which again is how many applications it takes to get an interview. That's how you know how good your resume is. Nor did they tell me any data, so this is the only thing I have is their resume. So go. All right. Can't use anything here. This is completely irrelevant. This is good. All right. To SQL, ETL, it's fine. Don't care about this. Azure Synapse, again, I don't know what that is. It may not be Azure. Can't use anything here. This is so hard to read. ETL, again, is good. AWS. Okay, so no. Could not move forward with them. This is actually better than the first one, I think. It's still bad. I want to be clear. You see, don't... Man, I don't know why it highlights everything. No skill sections. No skill sections. Nothing here should be bolded. Nothing here should be bolded. Nothing. I swear to you. It makes it harder in the volume we have to read it. So, what did we find? We found SQL, which was good, right? We found ETL. Good. We found, again, I cannot count this because it has Azure Synapse instead of Azure. Nothing. ETL, again, is good. So you don't want to repeat ETL in the same role. This goes for everybody. You don't want to repeat the same qualifications in the same role, but it is good to repeat it in other roles because this shows they have more experience. So nothing, and then ETL. Yeah, you just need more, right? Like, where's the big data? Where's the Kafka? So, like, you have it up here, right? Like, you have Snow. Let me see if I can even find it in your resume, because nothing is going to upset a manager more than if you see it up here in a skills section and you can't find it. Oh, it's all the way down here. Yeah, no one's going to get that far down because of this giant skills section. All right. What about Python? There it is. Okay, I actually missed it because of the bolding. What about Kafka? Okay, maybe you don't have Kafka. No, there's Kafka. Oh, where is it in your resume? Nowhere. Doesn't show. They're going to immediately be upset about that. Do not do that. What about data? Just the word data. Data engineer. Data pipelines. Okay, good. I missed it, though, because of the bolding. Data accuracy is fine. I don't care about the percentage. And nothing else. So you have data. What about... Yeah, just doesn't have anything I needed. The problem is you put it all here. Where is Kafka down here? I don't know. You didn't tell me. This is the stuff, and not all of it, because that is quite a lot of it, that needs to be in here. If it's not here, I cannot move you forward. This is not the recruiter. The manager will decline you. This is something managers do. Everybody's like, oh, it's up there. Why aren't you moving forward? Because the manager will decline you. The second, you know how often a manager's been, well, I see it in the skills section, but I don't see it down here in the resume. Cool, that's a rejection. You need to have this stuff here. Also, you don't need to have all of this because this is quite a lot. You need to focus on this stuff. Put it in here, and you will get more interviews. All right? I don't care about the 40% and stuff, but this part is okay. I do need to know why you needed to do it. So this is fine, right? Cutting reporting latency. I don't need the 40%. And this is great. Develop incremental ETL workflows in AWS. Again, I want AWS, not necessarily AWS Glue. And Redshift for payroll events, which improved our SAL adherence. So I don't care about the percentage, but I do care about this part. So you just need more, right? You shoved it all here and then filled this with weird percentages that don't matter. So that's all that I can do for this resume. Thank you all for watching this video. If you ever need more help, join my live stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. PST and on twitch.tv/headlessheadhunter. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm here to get you ahead of your job search.